Good afternoon.
Hello.
Today we are going to be making detachable bookmark cards.
Oh, I love
And of course,
them.
if you don't have the thing to make them detachable, we'll make them another way. So it doesn't matter. It's just a fun idea. And I just think it's like a little gift with any gift. Perfect to go with books. Perfect for all kinds of things, for all the readers in your life. So that's what we're going to get to. And first, we have just a little bit of mail. So let's look at that first. This is our last time coming to you from our home. We are heading out early Monday morning. And I know I've heard from a couple of you that we're hoping to meet. And yes, we're trying to work on that. I have not planned a thing. I have a sister in Phoenix who doesn't even know we're coming yet. So I said so. So these next 2 days, I've got to get it all done. Just, So anyway, be looking for that because we love it. We love seeing people on the way. Patricia Settle from Indiana. Oh, what a cute little calendar card. It's like a small size. It's a little square and it has the same. Oh, that is adorable. Look at that with a Happy New Year. That is darling.
Should we just see what's going on this year?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
just going to go fill in some
June.
dates.
Oh, it's a big month.
That I know. That's wonderful. I love all the calendars we've been seeing. It's been so fun because each year we try to do a new one. From Washington, Marianne Enns. Oh, a pretty little thank you card. That's lovely.
It is.
I'm thinking that might be from Memories and More, but I'm not even sure when I can't remember. And that is so fun. And she's thanking me for
so this is
something.
No, that's just smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth, but do you see how you could also make it? It looks layered,
Yeah,
and you could layer something like that, which is really cool. And then we have from Bobby the Fairy Card Maker from Rhode Island. How stinking cute. Happy Squirrel Appreciation Day. I meant to put something up for that because, I was like squirrels, you look over here and then you look here. Squirrels get in the way. That is adorable. How cute is that with a tree?
I think.
And it's so fun to celebrate something unusual like that.
Dogs. Is it dogs that get distracted by squirrels?
I don't know, but we always call it, oh, squirrel. Yeah, I'm working on something, and then you see another idea, and it's squirrel. Even when we're stamping, it's like Cindy Otten from California. Oh, and now you guys, how fun! We have more calendars to have sitting around. I said, how pretty is that? And this is that free paper from Celebration. Ooh, that's lovely too. Oh my goodness! And look at hers is just as a simple card. I love this, and I think it's really fun if you have things like that. You could just put the date of their birthday. So this could just be May and circle the 25th, so you can make your calendars go far away. And love that.
She has a protector thing in there. It says Happy Meal.
And she's stamped Happy Meal on it, which is so cool. And then we have Madeline Glover from New York. Oh, some New Yorkers. Oh, and I love this. I love this card layout. This is one we did quite some time ago where you use up all of your 6x6 paper. And I think, how cool is that? So Madeline, that is wonderful. Love that. And then my last one is from, I'm going to lift this up. You guys know I have a, what do I call her? A secret shopper? Is that what I call her? That just sends me random clothes sometimes. It's just really fun. And look at this cute card. So she sent me some new clothes, and it's all about cozy. This is winter. And look at that. Stay cozy this season. Just in time for a trip. I got this and a couple of other shirts. So she's packed for me for our trip. Is that cool? I said, I just love it. I love having my personal shopper. And she just takes everything out of the stress of packing, Tim. So
she does.
I know, but anyway, I just love it.
Karen, I love to shop. Karen does not.
I do not like to shop at all. So this is the last few days to use this host code and to get this as one of the 3 cards in your card kit. Next week, I'll be showing the next card kit. And tomorrow is card play that I do with my team members, Holly, Julie, and Deb. And we are all ready. We are set to have a wonderful weekend. You can still join us. It starts tomorrow at 5. Tim's laughing because he doesn't think I'm ever all ready. So,
No, I'm laughing because I don't have to do anything.
Oh,
I have to bring you a cup of tea.
Because we share and we do a bunch of drawings and sharing lots of things. It's really fun. So it's not too late to join us. So just let us know about that. Connie wonders if you packed a swimsuit. Yeah, you better this time because our grandkids are coming out for a few days and we are staying in a place with a pool for that time. So that's going to be really fun. So that's going to be actual vacation time in the middle of everything else we do. So we better remember. We haven't
packed yet.
We haven't started packing yet. We are last minute packers.
I've packed the books that I'm going to take along.
And I'm working on packing all the Thursday lives, and I packed the February All Good Cards Club, which is a retro party. I have a whole box of stuff for that. So bit by bit, we start with what's important, and then we throw in clothes at the last minute because there's always a thrift store somewhere around the corner. So that is always fun. So keep in mind that about the card play retreat, and then let's look at what we're going to do today. Looking at comments, I'll have to come back. Francis is having knee replacement surgery. It looks like, yes, all of you having surgeries. Thoughts go out to you. So I said, so we're going to look at this. Who has made this before? I haven't made this in a long time. This reminds me of sewing. Now, some of you might have a perforated blade from, so if you're a quilter or a sewer, I always had one from back in the time. And what I thought would be fun about doing this is another thing the glass mat is perfect for. We're going to be using this, and this is the Take Your Pic Tool, and this is one of the attachments you can get. So it just goes in and out. You can, change all these things. And it just makes me think of quilting. And the cool thing is, whoa, I really have not figured out how that happens. Let's see. Let's go back to solo. I just think it is amazing that you can do this. You can do there's a cutting blade too, so we can cut right on this and it will not hurt anything. Oh, Tim went to add a vest, so I guess he's chilly in here.
I had my vest on.
Took it off. Okay, it's back on. If you don't have this, there's going to be a couple of things you can do today. I mean, you might have something like this from sewing. If you don't have something like this, I'm just going to have you can cut this off and include your bookmark in the card. But I just think this is a cool thing because this just kind of makes it like gifty.
So how did you do that?
So this is, you'll be seeing. So I'm just going to do this.
I see the tool.
So it's like a gift.
No.
It's like a gift in a card. So isn't that cool? And then you still have your card left. So I just love it when we do something a little bit extra special. So I just love all the different tools. So this.
But you can only do this once.
Yes, after that, it'll be attached. But you still can give it as a gift.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if it's a little rough there. You just run your finger along it and get it. So I just think the more things we can use. And of course, the glass mat is what you can get free only. You can only get it for free. And you can only get it with the starter kit. But for $99, you get this plus $125 of anything you want with no shipping. So, it's a no-brainer.
That's what I said.
I just love looking at different styles of using it. So we just had you bring your basic pieces, and those are just for the card front. So we're using just minimal supplies here. And I am going to. So this paper is, so you're only going to get one of these out of an 8.5 by 11 because you're going to cut it the long way at 5.5. But you'll have a nice strip for using things. And this paper is so much fun to work with too. I've been using this on everything I've been doing. This Flight and Airy, it's the most popular item on the celebration thing. And I love everything about it.
It's only the 25th. There's still more time to.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, that's right. We'll still have that on Monday, won't it? Okay. Well, see, I'm not planning ahead at all. I've just moved on. Okay. Okay. So I am going to score at 4.25. Because this will be my standard size. This is 5.5 by 4.25. Here's my standard card size. Mm-hmm. So this is going to be my bookmark. And this is where you would just cut this off if you don't have the other. But having done it this way, you'll remember, if I ever do decide to get that other thing. And I bet if you have one from sewing or quilting, I bet that would work on this too. I have no idea, but anything's worth trying. The host code is good till the end of the month. February 1st, I put a new one up. But if you use the same host code for the first day or two of February, that's fine too. I count the gift you get from me is from the date you placed your order, if that makes sense. And if your order is 150 or more, you don't use a host code because then you get the host benefits. So anyway, isn't this cool? So I just thought, oh, we just had to take this opportunity to.
This is
I'm
fancy.
gonna have you move this so I'm okay. Now I could attach this, but I'm just going to be bold here. I'm going to just put this on. I'm going to stand up because this is much easier for me. Remember we scored this at 4 1/4. So now I'm going to go another 4 1/4 over, which is going to be 8 1/2. So I'm going to just hold this and be precarious. I could mark this down to be sure.
Look at that line. Is that over enough or?
I think it's fine. It'll be good for this. I'm not going to switch. If things go a little off, you'll just know. It's fine. Then I'm going to take this. Standing up really helps because I want to angle it in. And I'm just going to run it along my ruler. And I like to do it a couple of times.
Whoa, it sounds like it's cutting it off.
And isn't that amazing? Feel that. There is nothing going through, which is so cool. And Ginger said she has nearly as many sewing quilting supplies as she does card making. I used to till I got rid of them because I was a quilter too. Now is that just cool? And see, now we're going to fold it in. And this one I maybe did a little too hard.
You did.
I did. But how cool is that? And then all we're going to do is we just went a 1/4 inch down to attach. So this first one we're just doing super easy. And let's see if I have a, I might have to send you to go find a snail thing here. Let me see. Well, let's see it. Oh, here's one. Must be one under here somewhere. So I am going to just put this on. And you can clean this mat with either alcohol or water, depending on what's on here. So today this would be a water thing. And then the front of the card is really just wipes. Anything. Well, you could try anything. I just went a 1/4 inch down on these because we like to do 1/4 inch. So if the base is 5 1/4, 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, the next is 5 1/4 by 4. And then the pattern paper is 3 3/4 by 5. And then I just added this just to be really simple, but we're not even concerned about that. Okay, so we're going to look at different ways to finish this off then too. Oh, I have a white paper that would go in here and that one disappeared. I have it on the next.
I think, Karen.
Oh, this might be it.
I think, Karen, that you were a little ambitious.
I was a little ambitious. So the next one I won't do twice. I think with anything that you work on, it takes a couple times to kind of figure out. I think the first one I didn't perforate enough, so I thought I'll do 2 and then it's too much.
Standing up and leaning over it with all your might might have.
Yeah, I should just do that once with all my might. I could do half my might. I could do twice. Okay, then I'm going to just punch a hole. Whoa, because I don't want this one to come apart. It's going to come apart. That is so funny, but it's okay. Yep.
Can you imagine a kid that's like goes to elementary school and her mother is a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator.
Likes that a lot.
Brings that in his
mine perforated right off. So that's okay. And for this one, I'm going to just take some ribbon here. We're going to do a couple of different ways to attach things. Now I'm looking for a scissors. The interesting thing is I can't fully pack until after I retreat this weekend. So I'm always afraid I'm going to forget things because, I'm using all this stuff, but it's pretty fun. That's okay. I will totally do it. So this I'm going to put through from the front and I put it through right in the middle like that. Because then when I come up this way and pull that in, that's your standard bookmark. Not cool. And then I'm going to trim it wherever I want it to be. Okay. John Ross, I'm 20 years younger. Today's your birthday. So happy birthday. Deb says you know I was a quilter. Oh, I was a quilter long before I did this. Yes. And I have a huge quilt collection. I love my quilts.
One act of love and kindness towards me was making me a quilt.
I made him a quilt when we were dating, and we, it's totally worn out, but we still have it. We used it for years.
Get a scissors for a second.
Let's see. I need a better scissors though.
Just to cut this off. I just want you to.
Oh, okay.
Do you do it even or do you do it?
Either way. Sometimes if I'm going to do it even, I'm going to do it this way and kind of slice it. So then they'll still be a little different. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yep.
But either way works. So there's card number 1. Now we're going to go to, let's go to this one. I think this is really fun with the ink and tiled. Look how pretty. This time we're going to stamp.
Mm.
And I think that it just makes a lovely little card. I wanted to do one with stamping.
Do you need this?
Let's see. I think I have my pieces here. So for this, you can see I'm using the same paper set in the thing. I just went like an 1/8 inch bigger, just a little bit to put this on, a little bit. So, because I just wanted that extra, but it doesn't matter. It's whatever you want to do with that. But I wanted to also show how cool I love this glass mat. I'm surprised that I do, but I'm going to just stamp and I don't have to put any other paper or anything under here. So I'm going to use my ink and tiled. We're doing 2 with this ink and tiled. I just love. Okay, so I'm going to just put that on. And what's great is it doesn't matter at all if it goes off the edge, which I think is just super. I'm going to hand you stuff and just get out of here. My table is so messy.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do this. And I hadn't used the stamp set in ages, and I just love it. Later, you can just set it on the floor and I'll just take care of it. And then I'm going to put this one in. Let's do this a couple times. It's really light. This kind of needs ink in mine, but I'm just going for a light look anyway. But I love how I can just go off the edge. Isn't that just cool? Mm-hmm. And then we'll add a little crushed curry here. So I'm going to put one there. We're just kind of filling in here. And now if I'm done, I can just come in and take this and clean off any of my little ink. And because that's a little bit wet, if it were totally drier, leave it, I will do that. And then I can go ahead and do this card. So we will take these pieces. Okay, here's my little blue. I was going to say, I just know I had the little blue. Jean has the quilt her grandmother made for their wedding gift from 52 years ago. That is so, made from polyester. Is that hilarious? I have a quilt. I have at least one quilt my grandma made and another one a great aunt. I love my quilts. And again, quilts have stories. And I think card making, I think they overlap because I love both, but both of them you're working with color, line, design. And that's another reason I also love doing quilt cards. You see me do a lot of that, but I just think quilting, and I love the quilts take a long, long time and stamping is quick and easy. I just love that contrast. But now that I'm so busy with teaching, I haven't quilted in a long time. And we'll see if I get back to it or not. But I do love it. Fond memories. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. And we're going to do the same thing.
And she did the same thing when she was quilting. And that's when I watched TV. She would sit and quilt.
Yes, because I've never been able just to sit and watch TV. I used to make a quilt a year, and I would hand quilt it. I couldn't believe. I actually had my grandmother's, or would have been my great grandmother's, what had been in the family, the quilting frame, on the kind where you'd have people come over and quilt with you. And then I also had a lap one, both from them. So I'll come from a line of quilters for sure. And then if you remember, I'm going to put this at 8.5. I'm just going to hold that. And I'm just going to do this once.
Actually, Karen, you know what you did?
What did I do?
You were doing it on this. So it had a...
No, I did not.
Yes, I think you did.
No, I did not.
I think you did.
Jim will have to watch the replay. I think this is much better.
Oh, I always watch the replay.
Yes, that's right. Great. Now I'm going to fold this over. And we're going to attach this right here. Okay, and we'll put the white one in the middle. Get all these done. I'll have cards to send out while I'm gone, which is wonderful. And then the front again, how easy is this? So we're just using coordinating colors. This is another card where the paper's doing the work, but I also love that you can add the stamps to add whatever you want. With that, I didn't actually remember to add some extra words for the front. So we'll just do this. That will be fine. I'll come back and do that. And on this one, I did the same kind of bookmark. But I'll do it again anyway. Okay, so we're going to do this. I love you guys talking about quilts. Who's made Kathy's mother-in-law made a quilt by hand for each of her 4 kids with their baby clothes. Oh, how fun is that? I got to do the right side. I don't want a big gaping hole here. I did a video at one point way back when, a tour through my quilts. Tim, that would be fun. We should think about doing that again when we come home.
Let's take quilts with us.
I have a whole chest that came from, I guess in Sweden. It's got 1814 right on the front, and it is full of my quilt collection. And it sits right here in the living room.
We thought it was from Norway, but our Norwegian relatives looked at it and they said, no,
that's Swedish. So, okay, I got to get that. Okay, here we might have a little trouble. I didn't have any trouble when I wasn't on camera, so I'm going to give it another good try here. Okay. Oh, you guys, the last time I was threading these, you guys had so many good ideas of what we could use with needle threaders and stuff to put this. I just have to get one. I just don't find myself doing it enough, but I love that for bookmarks, all those great ideas. But there I have that again. And we'll cut that off. And that one's done. Now, the next one we're just going to look at, and then I'm going to make another one. Margaret says her first attempt at quilting 50 years ago was a hand embroidered quilt. I made one of those too. It took so long to finish the embroidery. She had the friend of the quilting. I had one of those from a kit, and it was like red and white. I don't know, it was this pattern. It took forever. And I said, that was not my favorite quilt to make. So things like this, what I wanted to point out, look again, this is just the paper. The words are from the hot air balloon stamp set, but this is just a punch, cutout paper. How cute for a birthday card. We have this great kids bookstore by us. It's called the Red Balloon. But I think of, hot air balloons and all this. You can make some really cute cards. This would just be fun. So for birthday card, and again, this is just from the paper cut out. Here I used the twine, whatever it is, the twine that comes with these. And so it was skinnier than I wanted it to be. So you can see I just did several. I just wrapped it around and cut it and put it through and then tied it. So I said, so that was fun. Oh my goodness. Deb has one that her mom made when she was a baby. She's 64. She embroidered a block, but she embroidered a block for each of the 50 states. How fun would that be? And then the last one I made this one on purpose because I was thinking, I know like at our church, we do like a Christmas tea or we'll do different women's things. And we often do a little packet of something, or little candies or treats. Sometimes you just want something that has that extra little gift. And I just thought this would be so fun for a church thing because you'd go home with the bookmark and your little gift is right in here. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. And I thought, but it's that same Inked Botanicals. But I thought, I love how you could make this absolutely for any occasion. And it just adds that other. So
ask you a question. What is that white thing?
And this, yep, we'll cover that one. So for this one, first we'll do the same thing. And of course, I took this paper and I just scored it at 4 1/4. So this is going to be our card size. Same as before. And I'm going to just line that up. You guys, I packed for several weeks of doing this for going. So we'll see how it goes if Karen remembered things, but regardless, we'll have fun. What did I do with the ruler? Oh, here it is. I was going to say, would you like to see me try to pretend I know how to do a straight line? That would never work. Okay. Whoa, I just slid the ruler. So occasionally that can happen, but I think it's going to still be okay.
It'll be a wavy line.
It'll be okay. See, it's a little bit down here, so it's a little bit off. What I would do is just trim this a little. We're just going to pretend I want to put this whole thing together because I would fix it. I felt it go. It was my own fault, and it is going to be a little off. But we'll just make these parts.
She thought for a second, how could I blame Tim for this? But she couldn't think of anything because I wasn't even close.
Okay, so here, this is from, these Bible verses are from Courage and Faith. And so we took this, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and I did this in Lost Lagoon, which I did have out here. Here it is. I'm going to, so this is just monochromatic. So I did this thinking of if you were to make a whole bunch of something like this, and we're going to just guess it, hopefully. Okay, that's fine. And then for the second color, I'm using Pool Party, but I also could use Lost Lagoon and stamp it off. Actually, should I try that? Let's do that. So we really mess up our table here. Where's my, oh, I need the stamp, the leaf stamp right there. That one. Okay, so I'm going to stamp off on this, and I'm just going to use this. So I can stamp there, and then I can stamp there. And I'm going to get softer colors. That isn't really as soft as I wanted it to be, but anyway, I'm just showing that. Oh, let's stamp off a couple of times. Okay. But isn't that cool? Because that you can't really see. So this card, we're going to go with this one. But it's all part of the deal, right? But I love that I can just stamp, make a mess with that, come in, clean it up again. We're totally good and ready to go. And for this one, I just wanted to show, we'll put this on since I'm not going to use any of it anyway. I'm trying to get over being a perfectionist. I always say that's my goal. This is going to be a little bit too off for me to actually send. So we'll just finish playing with it. And I didn't layer this. If I were to layer this, I'd layer it with Pool Party because then you'd have the two colors. That would be beautiful. But I really was thinking this as like a simple project for a tea party. You can always step something up with just adding a layer. But I wanted to show how this one was done. Because on this, I used a wider ribbon. But it'd be hard to get this in twice and do all that. I mean, you could play with it and do that, but this is another easy way to do ribbons. I would, of course, cut those. And I'm just going to take a little bit of the white twine, or I'm doing white because this is white. But I could even use, since this one's Pool Party, we could, the color doesn't quite go there. I guess that was Balmy Blue, not Pool Party. But I'm going to take this and tie it. So these are several different ways of just adding, even if you're doing bookmarks, especially if you're doing with kids or something, or just as gifts, these are different ways to
you couldn't do
add
that?
your little topping. Yep, I could do that too. I could do either one. I should have done that one just to make it different. But yes, either one. And then I can decide how tightly I put that together. I'll tie that one off a lot closer than that one. But again, isn't that a fun idea?
It is. So
you teach us what not to do. Sharon says, yes, I like to do visual aids and say, yeah, well, this isn't going to work. But that isn't too bad. You can see it's narrower here. But anyway. But yes, I love this Courage and Faith stamp too. And it just made me think when I was thinking about things like bookmarks and stuff, that this would be really fun because it is kind of like that gift. So even if you were giving, this could be a good confirmation or anything too, any kind of a church event, but it'd also be great to give a friend who is sick, do a verses of encouragement, put it in a book, and it's a double gift. You've got the card that you can write nice things on. I just think it's just kind of fun because it just is like a stepped up little thing.
Karen likes to say, I'll make the mistake so you don't have to.
No, you can come up with new ones. Because, I like to think we don't make the same mistake twice. Sometimes I do, but usually we find another one. So our list can just go on. But we love hanging out with you guys. So good. I love different ways of doing bookmarks. And we're really big readers and big on giving books. So all this is very fun. So we love that you spent this time. And it's going to be fun being on the road. We'll do lives every now and then, and we're going to stick to our regular pattern of our regular times, too, at 6:30 and 1 each week. And then who knows what else we'll do. But thank you so much, everyone. Let me know if you have any questions or if you want to get your hands on this glass mat, let me know. It's all good. And I will be available when I'm gone. I do put out Tim's cell phone when we're gone, but also you can, email's probably the easiest way because then I can call you if you want me to call you. Leave your message. I pick up messages, but only every few days. I just have to be a little bit removed from being on the phone, from, being home. So, but just know I'm very reachable and you can Facebook message too. So thanks everyone for spending this time with us. And now I think we'll go pack. Bye.